In the beginning of the story, we see two friends who were enjoying the car ride. One of them was a boy named Robin. He was driving the car on a mountain road with his eyes closed. Robin's friend Mirta was liking everything. When Robin drives the car faster, Mirta starts to get scared. Then Mirta sees a truck coming and tells her friend to stop the car. But when Robin came very close to the truck, he suddenly turns his car on the other side. Mirta gets angry at Robin and says that you are crazy. I don't want to die now. But when Robin persuaded Mirta with love, she became okay. We came to know that Robin used to take drugs. He was going to take drugs. When Mirta sees this, she insists. She says that I also want to take this drugs. But Robin says to her, Mirta, look, my dear, these are very different. Dangerous too. It can also blow your mind. Mirta promises Robin that after taking this time, she will never take this because she loved him very much. And she also swears to live and die with Robin. After that, both put that drugs. Black liquid starts coming out of their eyes. Robin says to her, we will meet again. In the next scene, that Mirta and Robin's corpses were lying in the hospital. Mirta's mom and dad are standing outside, and they were very saddened by their daughter's death. It meant that after taking that drugs, both were dead. But no one had come to take Robin's corpse. Mirta's mom and dad were thinking that Robin was responsible for Mirta's death. After that, we will see a mausoleum where Mirta and Robin were buried. Along with them, there were more teenagers, young boys and girls' graves. Their death was also caused by taking this drug. Then a voice is heard from Mirta's grave, and suddenly she came out of her grave. After some time, after breathing, she realized that she was alive. In front of her grave was Robin's grave. Mirta cries a lot. She screams and shouts. Then, after a while, she went home. When she was leaving, she saw a car. Some friends were sitting and having fun. Seeing this, Mirta started thinking about her past. So from here, we see the story of Mirta's past. When she was in college, one day, some boys were bothering her. That's when she saw Robin for the first time in college. From her friend, she finds out that all the girls in the college are crazy about Robin. At night, when she goes to the club with her friend, where a boy had deliberately dropped the drink on Mirta's friend. When her friend goes to the washroom to clean herself, then she sees Robin again. After seeing this, Mirta started smiling. Robin was also coming to her. Then Mirta ran, but he carried her on his shoulders, brings her to the club and starts dancing. One day, when Robin went to drop her off at home at night, then he was insisting on going to her home. But Mirta says, look, my mom and dad are at home. Robin also understood everything and left from there looking at Mirta with love. And Mirta came to her home through the bushes. Now that the scene is present again, Mirta had come out of her thoughts. She came back to her home through the same bushes. Mirta comes home, takes something out of the fridge, and eats it. Then she goes to see her mom and dad, who were sleeping in their room. When she was going to her room, her mother woke up suddenly. When she sees her daughter, she follows Mirta. But Mirta sees her mom and closes the door. When her mom tells her to open the door, she opened the door. When her mom was touching her, her body was very cold. Mirta's dad also came here. But Mirta hears her dad's voice and runs away from her home. When her dad comes to see her mom in her room, they both felt that Mirta was in their thoughts. Mirta also ran away from her home and came to the forest. A group of people come to take her with them, and they were telling her that we wanted to help her. But Mirta sees them and climbs the tree. She escaped them for the time being. She goes back to her grave. She saw her hands getting black. This blackness is spreading all over her body. Mirta gets worried. After that, she comes to a store. When she goes to the washroom there and sees herself, her eyes had also turned black. That blackness had also spread on her feet, and now her nails were also getting separated. When she comes out of the store, she goes to a club, where she meets an engineer who is trying to get her. In the club, she saw Robin's friend. To escape from him, she came out of the club with the help of that engineer. On the other side, Mirta's mother was in shock over her daughter's death. At that time, a man comes to her house and said, your daughter Mirta is alive. She has come back. And after waking up from death, people first come to their home. This man was actually the leader of those searching for Mirta in the forest. Mirta's father says to that leader, please don't give us any more trouble. We are already in a lot of trouble. My wife is not well. That leader goes and says to Mirta's father, I am going now. But remember, don't make the mistake of treating Mirta as your daughter if she returns home, because she has now changed. Mirta had come to the same place with that engineer, where she had come with Robin. The engineer was trying to misbehave with her. Mirta ate that engineer's neck like a hungry animal. Her eyes were also black. After killing the engineer, Mirta goes to a shop and steals a phone from there. We saw the news of the engineer's murder on TV. After stealing the phone, she calls her dad, but she can't say anything. She came to her house at night, where she used to stay with Robin. She first changes her clothes, and then, lying on the sofa, she starts remembering the moments she spent with Robin. After that, her dad also came. He didn't know that Mirta was here. He was with his friend. He was telling her, "I knew that my daughter lived here with Robin. She used drugs, but I still paid the rent for this house. I am still sad about that." Mirta's dad's friend explains to her dad that you are not at fault in this. And after saying this, she comes out of the room. Mirta catches her and attacks her. She eats her. Because Mirta knew that the woman was persuading her father. Mirta had now become a vampire. And all this was because of the same drug, which Robin had given her. Anyway, when her dad hears her voice, he comes and sees. Mirta was full of blood. He was worried to see her. Then some people came here, who wanted to catch Mirta earlier, too. They were coming here and shooting bullets. But Mirta doesn't get any effect from their bullets. But because of those bullets, her dad dies. She jumped out of the window. There are people in that group below who were continuously shooting at her, but it doesn't affect them. She was running away. Then a woman comes there, who takes Mirta on her bike. This woman brings her to her house, and takes out bullets from her body. And she said to Mirta that those people are from such a group, who kills dangerous people like us. And the government also supports them in this work. There, those people were taking Mirta's dad and his friend's dead bodies. That woman tells Mirta, "You are over. That means you are alive again after death." She says that after death, the people who are alive again, they dangerous for other people. At night, she teaches her to hunt. That's how to catch your prey and eat it. These two were going out of the city after eating that man. This woman wanted to take Mirta to her secret base. But Mirta doesn't go. She says that I will not go anywhere without Robin. And jumps out of the moving car. Because now she was not even afraid of death. She had come to know that she could not die now. After which she comes to the mausoleum again. There Robin's friend was sitting on his mausoleum and crying. When he sees Mirta, he gets surprised. He had now brought Mirta to his house. He tells her that Robin told me that an animal has bitten him. Now, when he was dancing with Mirta and talks, then Mirta's eyes had become black. She turns into a vampire. When Robin's friend sees this, he cuts his throat and says, "Make me a vampire too." But Mirta starts drinking blood from his throat. There was that woman who saved Mirta. When she goes to her house, there were people in the same group. She kills two of them. There was their leader. Their electric shock gun knocked her down and brought her with them. Mirta goes to the graveyard again and sees Robin's grave. There was no one there, but behind her were the same group of men. He also takes her with him by electric shock gun. When Mirta regained consciousness, she was chained in front of the gang leader. Mirta tells the leader to kill me. He said, "You are not going to die so easily. We will have to do a lot to kill you, because you are very strong, and you are the property of our special man." That was Robin. Robin was still alive. He was never dead. Robin comes and frees Mirta from the chains, and he brought her into a room with him, where now Robin tells her a story. "I had seen an over-dead man eating his friend in front of my eyes, and on the same day, I decided to meet this group, that I will join them and catch the over-dead people. I will kill them. That's why I shared that drug with you, and that's why I turned you into an over-dead, so that both of us can join them." After hearing all this, she accepts that Robin is responsible for her death. He had changed her whole life. From a common girl, he had turned her into a human-eating animal. She was not able to sleep thinking about all this. That's why she comes out of this room, where she comes out and hears the screams of the same woman who had helped her. The leader of the group was trying to kill her with electric shocks. Mirta comes to that room and attacks the leader, making him unconscious, and saves that woman. As she goes to rescue the woman, on the way, the group again attacked her. They catch both of them again, but Mirta kills all of them here. But as soon as they saw her, more people kept coming there. Mirta fights them very bravely, and kills them too. When she comes out and sits in the car, Robin came there, and says, "What are you doing? I have given you a gift, by making you a vampire like me." Mirta holds Robin's neck and says, "You have killed Mirta, and I am not Mirta anymore." She gives him an electric shock, and takes that woman away from there. In the next scene, we see that the woman was teaching Mirta how to catch her prey. When we see Mirta, she seems ready for anything. This movie ends here. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.